Alright, let's talk about Witch Hat Atelier episode 4. If you want to see my reaction, you can check it out on Patreon. Now, this episode was good. So I have thoughts. The main thoughts I have, honestly, about this episode that I kind of want to focus on is the Coco and the stuff that happened towards the end. Okay, I guess I should give some context in case you haven't seen the episode, but you probably have if you're watching this. The context is that Keyfree took Coco and them and the others to the to Calm, and to go to the Magic Stationer, who's like the art supply store because they use art supplies and stuff. And the episode really focuses a little bit more on that stuff, which was fun. And we also got to meet the new guy. A new guy. I don't know if we actually got his name, but we got to meet him. He's the owner of the Magic Station of the Starry Sword. Cool guy. I like him a lot. So far, he's pretty fun. We met his grandson that they run together. They run the place together. We learn how ink is grabbed and all that stuff. It's a introduction to the world of this stuff for us and for Coco. But what really the main meat of the episode is when Coco is going up or downstairs, and she looks out the window and she sees the masked witch there, who we later learn is one of the brimmed caps. I didn't know that. We might have already known that. I just didn't remember if we had learned that already. We might have saw that in the trailer, actually. I'm not sure. But one of the brim caps, and she runs off. Doesn't say anything, just runs off after the brim cap. And Tetia decides, oh, we gotta go follow her because she doesn't. Well, actually, it was Riche, who's like, if we don't go with her, she'll get lost. So they try to chase after her. They grab a goat, and they're just running after her. And they end up getting kidnapped, like teleported away. And unfortunately, they run into a fucking dragon. I didn't even know dragons were a thing in this world. I guess it makes sense because it's like a world of magic and all that. But they ran into a dragon. A fucking dragon. The dragon looked cool. Had some weird, ear not fins, ear. It was an interesting dragon design that I don't usually see when I see dragons in media and stuff. But that's not important. What is important is that the dragon's very scary. They're scared, which is valid. And as we learn, Coco is I think the word that the masked witch used was salvation or something. They use something specific about her, like that she's important, which is no doubt in relation to what they were talking about and at the very end of last episode with the end credit scene. But anyways, they run, valid, and they get to a dead end, and Tetia, and this is where I want to talk about. Tetia starts to panic. Again, valid. And she has a look in her eye when she looks at Coco. And the look is blame. And because Tetia doesn't want to die this young, because she hasn't left a spell in the world yet. And also, she's a kid. We gotta go into a whole scene knowing the fact that they are children still. Despite the fact that they face life-threatening situations and all this, they're children. That being said, I said this in the reaction. I can't exactly blame Tetia for blaming Coco for this, because objectively, this is Coco's fault. If we're not gonna be charitable, this is just completely her fault. She told no one, ran off after the witch that gave her, might I add, a forbidden magic spellbook thing, picture book, which, here's what I'm thinking. If someone's giving out forbidden magic books or whatever the fuck they're called, they're probably also dangerous if they're giving those out. it's kind of common sense, you'd think. It's like someone gives you a knife, they're probably also pretty dangerous with a knife. Like, okay, man, that might not be the best example, but the point is that I feel like Coco, of all people, who cares about like being like this, like knowing everything like well and like being wanting to be informed, would know this. And so I can't blame Tetia and them for blaming her a little bit for this, because it is her fault. She ran off, didn't say anything, didn't tell Keyfree of all people, and yeah, I can't blame them for blaming her. But then I also can't blame Coco as well, because I can see both sides in that Coco, she, because of the masked witch, she turned her mother into stone or ice or whatever. She had to almost lose her memories. She had to leave her home. She she discovered magic, but at the cost of like everything basically. So like I can't blame her for like being like intense and like one track mind when she sees the masked witch. But I also, as I said, can't blame the others for blaming her. But then not Tetia, but then Coco sees something as because they're planning out the others are working on a wall breaker on the wall, a wall breaker spell. Tetia and not Tetia, I keep getting Tetia and Coco mixed up. Coco sees something like a symbol of some kind far off in the distance on like a tall tower or something. And she goes to tell someone. And she makes one of these I almost want to say stupid, but that might be a little too mean. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen her make so far after chasing after the masked witch on her own is she grabs a goat on her shoulder to like tell her while a goat's in the middle of drawing. That's like damn. And like then a goat goes off on her and is like, "Yo, you didn't do this on purpose, but you didn't do any of this on purpose, but you still did it." Talking about like turning your mother into stone or ice or whatever, like getting lost, getting all this happening. Like Coco didn't do it on purpose, but she did do it because, as a goat said, she is ignorant to the world. But I will say, I don't think a goat's helping her ignorance, helping Coco's ignorance by like not by like being like distant from her. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter for now. But I don't. Okay, so before I go further, I don't love a goat. I I understand so far her character enough that like she definitely has a lot on her shoulders, like a lot of pressure that she's dealing with to like succeed and all that. But I can't blame her for lashing out at Coco because again, it is kind of Coco's fault that everything's happening. And of all the times to mess up the spell, it's when they're trying to run from a fucking dragon. Like, there's I try to give Coco a lot of grace so far, but it's becoming a little harder as time goes on at times. But most of the time, she's not bad. She's not a bad character. She's good. She just is ignorant quite a bit, unfortunately. And so, yeah, I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to spend this review mostly talk about that. I didn't have much else to say though. But we did learn about the brim caps, which was cool. And Keyfree, he's not happy. But luckily, the brush buddy somehow didn't get teleported as well. And so the brush buddy's like, "Yo, I know where they are. Follow me, bro," and just runs off. I have a feeling we're probably going to see Keyfree fight the brim cap or the dragon. I'd be cool with either. And like next episode after that, I don't know yet. All I know is that this was a really good episode, and again, I'm trying not to give them too much flack. Coco and them, because they're kids in a situation where they could all die literally any second probably. Like so, I'm trying to give them some like grace in not absolutely eviscerating their characters, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about that because I don't know. I can see both sides, as I said. I don't know if this is like a hot take or something, but I can see both sides to the situation, honestly, for them. So I gonna remain impartial for now. And with that said, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about anything I've said. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype the video in the page in the Discord. Not fuck. Hype the video in the YouTube mobile app. You can check out the full version on Patreon for the full life reaction, as well as exclusives, and Discord is down below, along with the Twitter, and all the links as always are down below. You can also check out my merch. I guess I have merch. I have some glasses. I think I have a hat or two, a pillow. I have merch. You can find it somewhere on my page. I don't know where exactly, but you can find my merch somewhere. It's somewhere. I'll try to link it in the description down below. Because why not? If you want some like cool, like shot glasses, I have some of those. They have like anime yapper on them. It's pretty cool. Just check it out in the description down below. Yeah. What I said. Till next time. My name is Mark. Never stop being yourself. Stay safer than I. We'll see all you incredible people in the next video.